Hello, sacred sister, welcome. Falcha Abualia, welcome. What is the sacred keen? Why are we doing this? What is this Breathe with the Banshee event? Isn't the Banshee scary? I like my super dramatic starts. She can be, but she's also fabulous. And the archetype of her is in everything. Just like in all life, there's also death, right? And then when we say we want something to end, when we need something to crumble away, how can we facilitate that? A lot of times in the spiritual community, people go straight to psychedelics, but what if that's not your calling? It wasn't mine. I mean, I have an experience here and there, but it's not my go-to. The keen, the sacred keen, the art of breathing, moving, embodying the supportive energies and frequency from Bive, from Sheila Nagig, from the Kailiak, from the Banshee. It brings us to that place of death and rebirth. It brings us to that place of transcending our limitations and accessing the wellspring of power, of potential, of strength and courage and wisdom, because you have so much wisdom in your body, in your bones. It just needs to be tapped. And we do that with the keen. The sacred keen, the cry, the song, the mourning, in a sense, is this activating, powerful medicine that comes from deep within. It is something that we can do alone and silently, quietly, and is also something that we can do very loudly. Think about when you hear people mourning, and you may not hear other people mourning because so often we are told to do it alone or not do it at all, and that is a huge part of why we need the keen. But when you have a deeply cathartic cry, and you feel so good after, sometimes it's silent, you scream in a pillow, just sometimes you actually scream and thrash. Sometimes you move and stretch, you know? And sometimes you just need a hug. You need someone to hold your hand. It looks different for everyone, and it looks different every time. No two keens are identical, and no two keeners are expressing the same exact thing. Because what we express when we relieve ourselves through the keen is ours. But as a sacred circle of women, we see each other. We have such mirrored paths, similarities, that I can see you in your keen and hold you energetically or physically, or both. And you don't feel put off because you know I get it. And I know you get me. And so we can hold each other in the keen, but we also see our greatness. I also see in you your strength, that inner lioness, inner panther, whatever it is, that inner feminine that deserves to be seen and heard and remembered. I see her. And so as you keen, I am holding you and energetically encouraging you. Yes, you can do this. Keep surrendering. Let it go. Because as the keen brings us to that powerful place within of release, it also brings us to regeneration. It also brings us to the light within us, in our bones, that say, oh yeah, I can do this. I can do X, Y, and Z in my life. I am deserving of love. I am worthy of being heard. I'm worthy of being seen. No one here judges me. I'm held in community, in sacred sisterhood community. This alone is such transcendental medicine. And it happens quite easily because it's all inside. So no, it's like psychedelics in that it can break us open and begin a crumbling of what doesn't serve us. But there is no ingesting of plants. No, instead it's me. I hold sacred space with the goddess, with the guides. We do a bit of journeying. And then through a bit of gentle movement, gentle embodied movement, a little bit of sound, a little bit of breathing, we start to feel it. And as we move into it, it grows and grows and grows inside of us until the whole world is gone. Now, if you've ever experienced labor, it's a lot like that, minus the physical intensity. I mean, who knows? You could have contractions. Who knows? But the world just disappears, and it's you being this goddess. It is the most primal and archaic and natural thing. It's not scary. The only thing that's really scary is that it's been so long since we've held space for each other. What's scary is that it's been nearly wiped out of our memories, but our bones remember. We know what to do without knowing what to do. And so I bring this medicine to you all now, to the sacred circle of sisterhood, because I want to offer to those who feel ready, who feel the call to hold space for this primal keen, this archaic, animalistic remembering within of your power, of your agency, your sovereignty, your light. To see that the limitations are just limitations, and you are so much bigger than that. You are so much stronger and brighter and bolder than you've ever known. That is what the keen brings to us. The memory, the knowing, the awareness, the presence in our greatest. And sometimes we have to go through a bit of a crumbling, a bit of a death to get there. But it's so worth it when we become the version of ourselves we've always dreamed of being, we've always wanted to be, but didn't know how to get there. This is a way of how we get there. So I bring this medicine to you, and Christina Wright, my sacred sister, she and I will hold space, not only for you to keen, because that's just one small part of it, but for the next 2 days as we integrate through receiving healing, through open sharing, through sharing of wisdoms and mythologies and archetypal truths that we all can embody as we move forward. To also have space to be fed and nourished by hands that love you and see you. And to have space of quiet and solitude so you can just be with you. This is what this weekend offers. Holy shit. Are you sweating? It's just me. But finding our phenomenal presence together, it's very exciting. And it looks different for everyone. And it's all welcome. No matter how you show up, no matter how you keen, no matter how you commune, you are welcome. And I'm so excited. So the only thing I ask you to consider as you watch this video and you're feeling into your body if this is the right thing for you, the only kind of contraindications I could come up with, though it is still open for conversation because it doesn't mean you can't keen, it just means that maybe we do it one-on-one. Do you have mental health issues that are a concern with activating experiences such as schizophrenia, bipolar, extreme depression? Do you have a history of strokes, epilepsy, heart concerns? So these are things that we'd want to discuss first. It's still very possible. In fact, you may even be able to be a part of this communal space. But I just want to make sure you are held and supported and safe. Because the biggest thing about the circle, the reason I keep it just women, it's not against men. It's so that we can see each other, hold each other, and feel safe with each other in the sacred space, in the sacred sisterhood. You are so loved, and I'm so enthusiastically grateful and gracious to be able to possibly guide you through this experience and to hold you as you integrate and support you as you go back into the world with new eyes, new perspective, and new presence. It's not always easy, the walk that we do, but we were born for this time. We were born for this experience, and you are worthy and deserving of the magnificent self that exists on the other side of this. So reach out with any questions. Thank you. La Gra.